Hello, and how's everyone doing today? I'm Justin, and welcome to the very first episode of Justin Talks Games. Today we're going to be talking about Devil May Cry 2. So grab your drinks, grab your snacks, and let's talk Devil May Cry. So, Devil May Cry 2. Now, a lot of people don't like Devil May Cry 2, and it's understandable. It didn't follow the same success as Devil May Cry 1 did. Disclaimer, I want to say that this video is not going to be only talking about the bad. I want to say this game is going to be talking about the good, the bad, and if they were to ever remake it, I don't think they'll ever remake Devil May Cry games, that's just my opinion. But if they were to remake Devil May Cry 2, I'll just say some opinions and things that I think that they could change or add or whatever. So, I did like Devil May Cry 2. It's a very good game. So, the things that I did like about it, we'll start with the things I like first, and then we'll do the things that I didn't like. So, the things that I did like about Devil May Cry 2 was the world design. I really liked the dark city setting. Was really nice. The little village was pretty cool too. The underground cavern settings and the giant tower at the end, that was pretty cool too. I did like Dante's outfit as well. It was really interesting. I like how it was a vest up top and the coattails were on the bottom. It was also the very first game that Rebellion was featured in, although it was a lot thinner and whatnot, kind of like Devil May Cry 5. I think that's why they scaled it down, so it could be more in tune with Devil May Cry 2's version, so it made a bit more sense. What else? I really like Dante's double trigger. I like how his hair went back, and how he could fly, and how he had machine guns attached to his wrist. That was kind of cool too. What else? Now, as much as hate as they get, I really did like some of the boss designs. Now, obviously, they weren't implemented as well as they could have been, but I did really enjoy the designs. I really liked. I can't remember all the, because I think they're all Latin names or something. I can't remember. I really liked the guy with the two chain balls, throwing balls that are. They face in the big chamber. That guy was pretty cool with the lightning, or sorry, not lightning, with the energy security system and all that stuff. That was really cool as well. What else? You got a lot of weapons in that game. Vendetta was my favorite sword. It's a really big one, and it's pretty thick. It's really cool. He gets a lot of guns. He has ebony and ivory, of course. He has two MP5 machine guns, or submachine guns, a rocket launcher, and a shotgun. And I think that was pretty much it for weapons. And so the things that I didn't like about Devil May Cry 2 were the combat system, to be honest. It wasn't terrible, but it did lack a lot from Devil May Cry 1. Devil May Cry 1's combat system was a lot more fluid in transitioning to combos and stuff, whereas Devil May Cry 2 was kind of bland in that area. Now, I'm not saying that it was completely terrible, because you can still do some pretty cool things. I really liked the aerial things. I liked how you could jump up and Dante would literally flip himself upside down and he would shoot down. They later on used that for Rainstorm in Devil May Cry 3 and 4 and 5. So they did take a lot of inspirations from 2 and implement them into later games, whether people want to believe that or admit that, whatever. What else? Let's see here. Because I'm doing this off the top of my head. I like to be real with you guys. I don't like writing fake scripts and stuff, you know. What else did I like? Or what else did I didn't like about Devil May Cry? The infested chopper and the infested tank. Now, I don't want to say I hate them. They definitely had too much health. I mean, they were tanks. I mean, so it made sense that they were stupid strong. But instead of just having them now, this is going to go into remake opinion theory area now for a second. If they were to remake 2, instead of just having the tank and the helicopter just randomly demon or whatever, they should have it where a parasite takes over the tank or takes over the helicopter. Kind of like, what's that movie called? Oh man, I can't remember now. I'll remember when I don't need to. Venom. That's right. Venom takes over the main character. I can't remember the main character's name, but he takes over him. So I think that'd be really cool if they were to do that. They also, in my opinion, they took another more inspiration from 2 for DMC Devil May Cry. If you look at Arius' tower, right in the middle of town, with the energy beam and all that kind of stuff. If you play DMC Devil May Cry 2013, the reboot, Mundus's building, it doesn't look the same. It has a little bit of a different look to it, but it's the same thing. It's a giant tower in the middle of town. It controls the town, and it's the source of its power. So there's a lot of stuff that they took from 2 and implemented into later games, which I thought was really cool. Definitely make it so you can attack more enemies with the sword. A lot of the enemies, you could only shoot them. I mean, you could attack with the sword if you were like super good at dodging. You could. The very last boss of the game, I can't remember what his name is. Oh jeez, I'll remember when I don't. I'll remember when I don't need to. But Argosax to Chaos, that guy. So you could try to attack him with the sword, but whenever you do, for some reason you take extra damage to yourself. It's kind of weird. So say you're fighting, say you're fighting Griffin, because for some reason Griffin was in the Argosax, and I don't know why. But anyway, say you're fighting Griffin's part, and you take damage while you're up using the sword. For some reason, maybe it's just me, but I find you take more damage using the sword. I mean, like Dante takes more damage when he gets hit. I mean, I didn't explain that properly. So for that, it's basically just stay away and shoot. So if they were to ever remake that game, I'd hope they would make it so it would be easier to attack people with swords and stuff, and not just guns. What else? Because I want to go into things that I liked about it as well. I already said location design, weapons. Lucia, I liked Lucia. She was really cool, and I wish they bring her back. I mean, they don't need to bring her back because her story's already done. So it'd be kind of like, well, to be honest, it'd be like the Chris Redfield thing that they're doing for Resident Evil right now, which I'll touch on that for a second, only because of what I said about Lucia. So apparently in Resident Evil 8, I'll make a video about Resident Evil 8 and stuff as well, but I won't do that right now. Because, I mean, there's so many other people doing it right now, and, you know, I don't know. But anyway, apparently Chris Redfield's coming back for Resident Evil 8, and in my opinion, it's not that I don't want Chris to come back, but why is Chris coming back? His story is finished. In my opinion, Chris's story finished with, a lot of people are saying with Resident Evil 6. People are saying, oh, he should have died in 6 and Pierce should have taken over. I think Chris's story ended in Resident Evil 5 when Wesker died. And then I think now he's just a fan favorite, so they're just bringing him back and trying to write a story that makes sense for him, to be honest. So I think that'd be the same with Lucia. Yeah, she's really cool. She is a fan favorite. But if she were to come back, it's like, why would she come back? what would make her leave the island, right? And leave her people, because she's defending the island with the old lady. I can't remember her name. So why would she leave there and and come to fight demons with Dante and stuff, right? When she's needed on the island, and that, and the fact that she was the clone and blah blah blah. Like I said, her story is done, so she doesn't really need to come back in future games. But she was a really cool part in number 2. Her fighting style was really neat. It was a lot faster than Dante's, so she did more damage per second than Dante did. Her throwing knives were okay. I prefer the first set because you get a bunch of different ones. You get, I can't remember. You do end up getting bombs as well. You get grenades. They're okay. They're kind of slow, but I prefer her first, the first set that she gets, because she throws them pretty fast because you upgrade them and whatnot. I'm not too sure what else to say about Devil May Cry 2, because I don't want to draw this out, So we already touched on the things that I did like. Touched on some of the things that I didn't like. We touched on some things that I said were carried over, like the gunslinger. Oh, also his running moves, like his backflips and his what do you call it, the cartwheels and stuff, were pretty cool. I wish they kept them in later games, but they didn't. But that's another thing too, right? They took his those abilities and they turned them into his trickster style. So a lot of things from 2, they, like I said, they transferred into later games. So it's pretty cool. But like I said, I don't know what else to say about Devil May Cry 2. I don't want to milk this video. I don't want to draw it out anymore. I'm pretty sure I touched on everything. Oh yeah, if they were to do a remake and stuff, that's right. So if they were to remake Devil May Cry 2, I think I'd want them to have a mix between Devil May Cry 3 and 5 combat. 4th combat was alright. Maybe add some people running away, like NPCs running away, like they're doing in Resident Evil 3. In the Resident Evil 3 remake, there's a part in the developer message video thing where it shows Jill and she's coming out of a garage or something, and there's actually civilians running down the street trying to get away from zombies. Now I think that'd be really cool, because in Devil May Cry 2, now I know it was due to limitations and stuff. The town was very, very empty. So I think if they were to remake it, they should have some civilians and some people running away from the demons and stuff. Maybe you should be able to save them, and then Dante or Nero, or well, actually it would be Dante, not Nero, and then Dante could tell them to like get inside or get away or whatever, because Nero wasn't even around in Devil May Cry 2. So, but yeah, basically keep it the same, but add more combat, it's more people, obviously graphics and stuff, and that's about it. If there's anything that you liked or disliked about Devil May Cry 2, feel free to leave a comment, and I'd love to know. And if they were to remake Devil May Cry 2, I'd like to know your ideas on that as well. And on that note, I hope you enjoyed the video. Feel free to like and subscribe, leave a comment, all that kind of fun stuff. I hope you enjoyed the first episode of Justin Talks Games, and hope to see you in a future episode. Now, I'm not going to do these very often, to be honest, because I don't want to be doing too much stuff at once. I mean, 'cause we have Resident Evil 3 coming soon. We're not done Devil May Cry yet. So I think I may do this either once a week or once every 2 weeks, something like that. And it'll be like one day out of the week, or one day out of every 2 weeks or something. I'm not too sure yet. We'll figure it out. It's something new, so. But like I said, if you did enjoy this video, feel free to leave a like, a comment, subscribe, tell your friends, and hope you all have a great day, and I'll see you guys in the next one.